So since I saw you last, I let the gesso dry and I decided on a color scheme for this page while I was playing with the little guitar tag that came in here. I took the ribbon off and then I altered it. And this is what it looks like. Let's zoom in so you can see it. And the reflection is horrible from the UT. I'm so sorry. But it says art is play. Why is it? Oh, it looks better to you than it does to me. Okay, I was just at the wrong angle for viewing my screen. So what I did with this is I collaged it first because it's very, very plasticky. The back is the same. I didn't do anything to the back. But the front was very glossy. So since I had so much trouble with the poster and a lot of people had made recommendations, collage is the best idea for things that don't want to have things stuck to them. So, or paint stick to them. So collage you can do. Okay, so what I did, oh, I have trash here. What I did is I wanted to use the Tim Holtz tissue paper, but when I laid this down, obviously it's see-through. And I didn't want to paint the bottom of this or paint this with gesso first because I was afraid it would scratch off. So I have this medium mixage, it's just a paper, ephemera paper booklet, and I grabbed some of it. This is the rest of the piece, and I used the text part of it. So I just cut that, I glued that down. That way I still got the text, but it was not translucent, so it covered everything underneath. It's still a little bit bent from being heated because obviously it's plastic and I had to heat it for the UT. So what I did is I applied that text, and then I used Distress Stain in Broken China, which is blue, this turquoisey blue. I put that all over it, and I didn't really leave it perfect. I let it be kind of some places lighter than others so that it would have a little bit of dimension or texture to it. And then I took a little bit of white paint around the edges with my finger just to edge it a little bit, and then I wrote on it using just a black Pitt pen and my black Pitt brush tip pen, and then a white gel pen, and I wrote Artist Play. And then I UT'd over all of it. Not well, it's very bumpy, and part of that is probably because the stamp that I used, the embossing stamp that I used, was older, so not as wet and juicy as it could be. Plus I have a fan on in this room, so it tends to make things dry a little too quickly. So I did my best just to use it real quick. For those of you who don't know what UT is, basically it's just embossing powder. It's a thicker, clear embossing powder. So mine isn't really called UT, but it's melt art. Same thing. Same thing. So I did that, and then I used these flowers that I got in one of my last hauls, and I used one of the glitter ones and one of the sheer ones, and it's kind of bent and folded up, so I like the way that that's set, so I left it. And then I just glued a little pearl bead in the middle, all using my new Scotch quick dry adhesive. It's not that quick dry in blobs, I tell you, but it worked and it stayed. That's the kind of nice thing. It's not a stringy glue. It's almost like a white Elmer's glue, but it stays right where you squirt it, which is kind of cool. Obviously, after I put on the embossing powder, I heated it. And again, I didn't get perfect coverage, and it's a little bumpy, and I just kind of like it anyways. I really do. So that's going to go into, whoops, I'm sorry about this, I'm just bouncing you guys around. That's going to go in this little pocket, and I thought it looked kind of cute with the turquoise background. So I will actually use it on the outside in here. I don't know that I'm going to put the string back on it, that part that came with it, the ribbon. I don't think I'm putting that back on it because, I mean, who's going to take this out and wear it around their neck? And I might leave it purple, or I might paint it red to go with the background. I don't know yet. So for now, my color scheme has become turquoise and red, just based on the fact that I made the guitar that color. So I went out, because I don't want to use a ton of my golden fluids to cover this entire background in a solid red. I went out to my stash of my heavier body acrylics, and I grabbed, these are both the same. This one's just almost empty. It's just cadmium red, deep hue in the Liquitex Basics, and then the crimson. I'm not sure which one. I'm probably going to paint a little swatch, see which one I like, and then go from there. So next I'm just going to cover the entire thing in red. So I will fast forward through this, and I will see you whenever I get done with that. Okay, so I want to apply some turquoise using a palette knife through my stencil. But my paint that I'm using is golden fluid acrylics. It's teal. It's too thin to apply with a palette knife through my stencil, which I attempted and failed. So I'm going to mix it with a little medium, which is pretty opaque. I'm hoping this will work. I am using, this is called ceramic stucco medium. You can use molding paste if you want light modeling paste. Mine is getting really thick, which is why I didn't want to use it for this, because I want to color it with the teals. So I didn't want to use a really thick medium that wouldn't accept the color and mix and blend easily. So that's why I'm using the ceramic stucco, which is going to be the same, not exactly the same, because it's stucco. What is it? It has it looks like stucco, kind of like gritty and stuff. But you can definitely use the molding paste or any other medium that you want. If you have paint in tubes, a heavy body acrylic, you don't need to do this. You can just use it, but the teal that I have is fluid, so it won't work. Yay! Turquoise polka spots. Okay, I am going to let this dry, and then we'll see where we're going with this while I go clean up my stencil. Okay, I have an idea. I don't know if it'll work, but we're going to find out. I'm looking for the right brush. I think I might have found it. Okay, so I'm thinking some yellow would be cute on this page. But I want to do swirls, so I'll be adding water so that it's thinned down a little. Okay, so I have a bunch of yellow paint left. So let's just take a little junk journal here and a brush. There we go. Paint's all used up. Okay. Now what? There just needs to be more. Something else. I don't know what. I know I want to keep it somewhat simple, but this is a little too simple. So maybe a little black around the edges. So next I'm going to add some more teal in flowers around the red areas, and then I'm going to doodle over them with black, but it'll probably be tomorrow because the paint will have to dry completely before you can draw over it with a pen, or it will ruin the pens. So flowers are what's next. Here I'm just using a number 4 round, and I just want to make some really basic, simple doodle flowers. Okay, this is going to have to dry, and then I'll doodle on it or something later. Okay, so this is dried overnight to make sure that the paint is super dry before I use my pen over it. If you use your markers or your pens over not completely dry acrylic, you can ruin your pens quickly. Sharpies die so fast if you use them over acrylic that is not perfectly dry. I try not to ruin my good pens. I've tried with Sharpies and other permanent markers, and they just dry up, and then they won't write on anything, let alone on your painted paper. So I'm going to just doodle around the flowers that I added a little bit. So I'll probably speed through this, and I'll see you guys in a bit. I can't believe I didn't think of it. I have black and white acrylic paint pens, Montana ones, that I could be using. So let's play with these a little bit. These are the, the extra fine tips. Yep, they are. Okay. I'm going to get these going, and then I'll get back to work. I like. Okay. These look much better. So I'm probably going to stick my hand in all my paint and go over some of these again with the black paint pens versus the Pitt pen. It's much better. I'm gonna put them in. So these are the Zaz glitter glues that I just bought, and there's a turquoise, so I'm going to go over some of these stars that I just doodled with the glitter glue. so these are going to take forever to dry because they're glitter glue, but that's okay because I think I'm done. I don't know that I want to add anything else to this page. I thought about adding a little bit of another page in here in the corner, just because the colors kind of matched and I really like the paper, but I think I'm going to plan it for something else. So as far as this goes, I think this just might be done. Let's see. We add in, if I can get this up, we add in our little guitar title here. Yeah. I think it's done. I could put some words on here or some flowers on here, some dimensionals. There's a lot I could do, but I kind of like it just how it is. It looks like fun, and it looks like I played, which is exactly the goal that I was going for, considering that my title is Art is Play. So I think I'm happy with it, and it's going to stay just like this. So I hope you like it. Okay, so I guess I'm not done with this page. I was sitting here, my husband got home from work and he was in here in my studio talking to me, and I was looking at this page watching the glitter glue dry when I realized it's just missing something. And what it's missing is more of these cute little red flowers with the little beads in the middle. So I'm getting out my little fabric flowers that I bought. I actually got these for $1.99 at my Tuesday morning, which is super cheap. It's a $6 jar of flowers. So I'm going to get some more of them glued on in the same manner as these and put them, I think, in the middle of some, probably not all, but some of these, and then see if I feel the need to add more. But for now, I'm going to do that. I'll show you the beads that I'm using. I'm not 100% sure where I got these. I'm pretty sure Michael's or Joann's in the like wedding section maybe, or with the other beads. I'm not 100% sure. Like I said, they come in a series, let's zoom in a few different colors. They have yellow, white, and like a peachy pink color, and I have them in black as well, just in different, they just come in different sizes. So I'll be using the white ones again out of here in, I don't know, whatever size I grab. And to glue them on, I'm going to go ahead and use my Scotch adhesive. It's a quick dry, it says, but I think that's more on paper than it is for these. But this is holding extremely well, and it dried clear, so I'm really happy with it. It just, you know, I needed to leave it because it doesn't dry like a hot glue gun that you could just stick it down and then it's stuck. I had to set it and then leave it alone for a while so that it could adhere properly. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to glue a few of these. I'll do some close up and then I'll go out and zoom back out. So this glue is kind of cool because it doesn't string. It's definitely like a pieced type glue. Just want to make sure I get plenty in there. So I like that I can just do a little bead of glue, which is nice, and it's really simple. And because a lot of the glues that I have get really stringy and messy, and I don't like it. And there you go. So I'm going to do that on a few more. And then we'll see if I think I'm done with the page or not. So I think that really adds a little something to this page. Oh, that's so noisy, sorry. I think that really adds something to this page that was missing. And paper to paper flower, these are already pretty stable actually for what I expected, as wet as the glue looks around these little beads and how much they still move around. The base flowers are actually already stable enough that I can move the book around without having to worry about them sliding right off. So let me zoom in and let you see what that looks like. So I just did a few on each page, or each side of the page, and I think that it just added a little something that was missing. It was just missing something. It needed a little more. So, and this kind of ties it all back into the guitar and the flower on the guitar, so it makes me happy. Makes me happy. I don't know, I might look at it again for a little longer, or it might be done. I thought it was done before, and I think it's done now. So we'll see, I guess. But I think it's done. I think we're good. I just had to add it, so there you have it. Okay, so there is page 4 done again. At least I hope this time it's actually done. I think it really is done. It just needed a little something, and I really do like the way it ties in, so now I feel better about it, and it feels more complete to me. So that's it for page 4 in the Hannah Montana book. If you haven't seen what's going on with the Hannah Montana book, there will be a link down in the description box below so that you can check it out. Also, there'll be links to my other courses if you're interested. Those are always in the description box below as well. Please take a moment if you haven't already and click that subscribe button so that you don't miss anything. Hit that thumbs up button if you like my videos. Just let me know. I kind of like it. It tells me what's good and what's not good. So if you really like the art journaling videos that I do, please hit the thumbs up button. That lets me know what types of videos you guys like so that I know what to make more of. Also, if you have any questions, you can leave those down in the comments. I love talking to you guys. If you have anything that you want to say or ask or whatever, it's always available. Any other way that you might like to contact me is also down below in the description box. There will be my email address, my P.O. box, my Facebook, all my links to Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all of those are down there in the box. Check it out. Check out the Crazy Island Family website. There's an event there that is devoted to the Hannah Montana book if you are working in this project, so that you can post your photos or check out what other people are doing. If you haven't joined this project and you're thinking about it, it doesn't have to be the Hannah Montana book. It can be any book. And it doesn't have to be following me. You could do what you want. You can follow what I'm doing. There are other people that are doing it and posting videos online, and they often put links in the Crazy Island Family event on Facebook, so there's a way to access the different things to do this. Again, this project was inspired by the Artistic Pagan, who decided to do this, as far as I know, was the first who came up with the idea. I saw her videos, and it was very far into it, like well over a year after she got into it, and I wanted to do it as well, but she was almost done. So it had been a very long time. So I decided to do it, mentioned it, and a bunch of people decided to join with me. So most of these have a link back to her original video so that you can find out about what she was doing with the project. So I hope you guys are having a great week and that you have some fun creating some stuff. Again, please leave me a comment below. I love talking to you guys, and I will see you soon. Bye!